Hello YouTubers, hello and welcome back. I'm got my dinner on. Just got to put a chicken in the oven. I'm going to have a chicken roast dinner today, or as much as I can decide I want, which will give me chicken for the rest of the week for sandwiches and things. So I've made a decision for something I want to try, but I thought we would sort out a problem with this radio before it gets any worse. That's this arial. As you know, that the pieces of cardboard that's supposed to be holding the arial onto that part is broken off. So today I've just unsoldered the wires. Today we're going to attach it back so that you know, it'll hold and be good. So to do that, we're going to use super glue, and then we might reinforce it with some epoxy. Just the super glue is just to hold it in place, really. So let's get on and do that. Right, this is how the ferrite rod is held in my father's radio. So somehow we've got to duplicate this onto this one. At least we've got something to go off. So that's what we're going to try and do. Try and set it up like that. Well, as you can see, this one, the way the tear is, matches that side perfectly. So that's where that one's going. And as you can see, they're going straight. At least I've got another one to go off of. Right, let's see if this is hardened. I actually think that this super glue is the thick stuff, but not going to use it on valves. So panic over. I'm going to use the silicone. Right, so that's now nice and hard. But what we're going to try and do is get the ferrite rod in. Once we've got it all sorted out, what we're going to do, we're going to reinforce this with epoxy resin and paper. Make it up like a paper mache. This is what I'm going to use to reinforce it with. It will be very similar to paper mache, only we're going to be using epoxy. In fact, I changed my mind. We're going to use kitchen towel because it's a stronger tissue. Right, it's come off. It's solid as a rock, but unfortunately the epoxy went off before I had a chance to finish getting stuff sorted out. So it looks alright mess, but it's going to do the job. I just got to grind away a bit there, that's all, just so that the ferrite rod can go through. It's not pretty, but it's functional. I'll try and find a better way if I come across this again. I'm going to do the same to the other side, see maybe we can do it a bit differently, I don't know. We'll try again. Well, the Dremel has come to the rescue yet again. We just smoothed it all out and it looks a whole lot better. I like that now. We do the same to the other end. We're going to fit our rod in to see how it all fits. Well, that's the other end glued on. All we've got to do is wait for it to set and then reinforce it like we've done before. Be a bit more tricky. We'll see how we go. We might not. See how strong it is. It might not be necessary. I mean, it is strengthened on one end, so how we go from there. Do you know what? The other day I was working on the main radio that we've been working on, which is at the back there. I was just coming to the end of what I was doing, and my torch went out. Battery flat. I tell you, when your battery goes flat on something you're using and you have to try and work without it, that's when you realise just how useful it is. I tell you, it's the best thing I ever did behind this torch. I couldn't see before, now you know, now I can see everything. It's fantastic, this lamp. And it's enabled me to do things that I would never ever been able to do before because I wasn't able to see. Brilliant, brilliant little light. So whenever I finish using it, go straight back on charge, because I don't want to go through that again when you're in the middle of filming, repairing a radio or something, or doing something where you need to see, and it goes flat. Nightmare. I couldn't see. I was turning it off, waiting for about 10 minutes, coming back, and it got a little bit more power out of the battery just to finish that last little bit I was trying to do. You know what I mean? And then I couldn't find my charger. Anyway, it's all sorted now. Right, this is our arial. Exactly the same as this one. I've used masking tape on each end. Same kind of idea as this one. Only that's coming off, but it's fine. This wire on this side is just long enough. But this wire on this side isn't. So we're just going to have to add a little bit of extension maybe. Maybe I can cut the, no, I don't think so. I'm going to add a little bit of extension. I'm going to add an extension to that. With a bit of shrink-on tubing will be fine. This looks like it's taken really well. Just have a look at the other side. Yeah, it's cleared. It's cleared. But it's catching on that side. So we're going to have to grind down that a little bit there. I'm going to do that next, before we forget. Excuse me. Right, that's our ferrite rod repaired at last. It's better than it was. Pleased with that. Just spin around. I was going to put some more glue underneath, maybe. I don't know. Seems to be alright at the moment. Yeah, and it's the same way around as that one, so we've got it right. Goes like that. Looks a bit bent to me. Might have to straighten it out a little bit, but yeah, generally it looks pretty good. Right, I'm happy with that. Right, now there's a note on here going off the responses that I've had about the fuses blowing. Carl has mentioned a couple of times, and this time we're going to actually try this. So I'm saying it publicly that we're going to try this. Are you listening, Carl? I'm going to change that the way this is around, and the variac is going to go over there, and we're going to bring the voltage up on the variac through the isolation transformer, and that way around. I'm still not interested in using that one as yet. 2 seconds while I go and get it. But we have this one. Its output is 3 amps. Variable transformer. It's not in a case. I know it looks like it's in a case, but everything underneath is exposed. Just having a look at this. Haven't seen this for a while. I didn't really know what to do with this. I bought this from a seller on eBay. Asked him for a case. Never got anywhere. And this was very, very early on. One of the first things I bought after I bought the Fluke, which is down there. Didn't quite know what to do with this at that time. So I thought, just keep it to one side, and then maybe at a later date we can come up with something that we can put this in. So that one there goes up to 5 amps on the higher voltages. And remember, it's higher amperages on the lower voltages. So what I think I might do is set this up over there, right? And I want to see this working. I want to know that, I mean, if this blows up, I'll be upset, don't get me wrong, because it's a nice little variac. It's smaller than that one. And it can be built into a wooden box. Nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of you have already done this. But I just cannot afford to lose that one. I'm worried. I'm not suggesting that it's going to blow up, but I can't afford to lose it. If I lose it, that's it. We don't have any variac at all. At least this way, I feel happier. So I'm going to do what Carl suggested. He suggested it more than once, and we are going to wire this up over there and see how it goes. And if I like it, if I like what's happening and see how it's working and whatever, and I can do all the things that I want, then we will put that over there. But if I blow the windings on this, I won't be putting that over there. Now, as I say, I'm just being cautious because that's the kind of guy I am, unfortunately. So that's what we're going to do. I'm running out of time, really. That radio, we did try it. As I say, we got us that far, but I just wanted to tie up this because see this going to Burton. I thought we had to get around to doing this aerial, which we've done. Pardon me. So I'll post this. Thank you very much for all the comments that you've done on the previous videos, which were released today, Sunday. Don't quite know when this one will get released. It depends on how long it takes to produce. But yeah, thank you so much for all of your comments. I really do appreciate it. I'm learning as I go along. I'm not trying to say I'm a world's expert in all this. But yeah, we're getting there. We're having a load of fun. I'm having a load of fun. That's what it's all about. Having fun while you're doing stuff. If I weren't having fun doing this, I wouldn't be doing it. That's it. And I wouldn't be spending the money I'm spending. I spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds on this hobby. Far more than I've ever spent on anything else. And that's including the model aeroplanes. And that can be pretty expensive. You know, I am desperate to get a signal generator, as you'll find out in a later video. I'm so desperate. I will do anything to get one until one's here on my bench for me to be able to use. I will try anything because I'm that desperate. Okay, take care. Thanks very much for watching. More to come later. See you. Goodbye. Take care.